Hey guys, for those of you who are familiar with my channel, welcome back. You probably already knew that I moved back to Los Angeles from Milwaukee, and I've been getting acclimated back to living in California. And in Milwaukee, I didn't make a ton of work that I was super proud of. I was kind of depressed and in a place that I didn't find particularly inspirational. Not that it's its own fault for that. I think that's my own fault for not finding more inspiration when I was there. That was the case. But now that I'm in California, I've been pushing myself to shoot more. And so I want to just make a quick little video to show you guys nothing specific in particular, just what I've been shooting being back in California. I have a variety of cameras, as you can see here, and I've really been interested and having a good time shooting my TLRs and my other medium format cameras. I find myself gravitating towards medium format a lot more, just for the bigger negative, more detail, and having less frames per roll kind of gives me more of an excuse to be a little more precious and take a little more time with each shot rather than just snapping away that I would normally typically do when I'm shooting 35mm. My cat is being restless. Oatmeal, what are you doing? Just being bad, just getting into all sorts of stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Say hi. Okay. Ow. This first roll I wanted to share was one of the first rolls of film that I shot when I came to Los Angeles. I was experiencing some really gnarly side effects from my treatment. If you know my channel at all, you know that I was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. And some of the side effects were really painful. And so I was trying to document this specific time during my treatment where I was going through a lot of painful side effects. And I did that with my rolleiflex and I believe a roll of FP4. Nope, this is actually a roll of Palm 100, which was sent to me very graciously by the folks over at the Palm Film Lab in Florida. So thank you guys for that. This is the first roll of Palm that I shot. And yeah, it's kind of an intimate self-portrait series. My friend Michael was in town to visit as he was rehearsing with his band to play a festival or a party or something. And so we had some lunch. So I took a few snaps of him. This is on my Pentax 645N, and I shot a roll of NPS 160 by Fuji, which is expired. I really like this film. I have a bunch of it in my freezer. It's really nice. And I really like it for portraits specifically. There's also a rogue photo of Raphael and Austin on a little trip we took. This next roll is highly contentious. It is the first roll of film that I put through Jason of Grainyday's camera, the Pentax 17. It's his favorite camera. I also put his favorite film through, Ektar. It's something that, you know, is very near and dear to his heart. He finds Ektar to be just the best film that you can possibly get. He told me in confidence that he actually prefers Ektar to aerochrome, but because the bit's been going for so long, he can't really like say that anymore. So, you know, keep that between us. Don't let him know that I told you. But yeah, I put a roll through the camera just to try it out, not really doing anything specific. Went to the park with my girlfriend and our dog, Klaus, and I just took some snaps of them hanging out. And I have to be honest, I didn't have high hopes going into trying this camera out, but it really did surprise me. The lens is super nice. The flash is very usable. It took me no time at all to figure out how to use the camera. And while it's not necessarily the camera for me, I thought it was really fun to use. And it definitely could find a place in the rotation. I mean, this would be a fantastic road trip camera. Yeah, I think that people who have been kind of hemming and hawing and like talking down about it miss the point of the camera entirely, which is okay. Not everyone's going to be into this style of camera, but I think that Pentax really did a great job with this, and I'm really excited to see what they come up with. with their next iteration of cameras. This next roll is a roll that I'm super excited about, just because I kind of got out of my comfort zone. I never really shoot street photography because I don't think I'm particularly good at it, and I don't know much about street photography because I never really tried to be a street photographer. It never really was a style of photography that I thought I was very good at. So my girlfriend and I decided to go to Santa Monica for the day and ended up at the Santa Monica Pier. And I knew we were going there. I knew it was a tourist trap and there's going to be a lot of people there and there would be some good people watching. And I wasn't wrong. I decided to shoot a roll of gold 200, rated it at 100, of course. And I'm really happy with most of the images I got on this roll. I think that gold is just an incredible film on 120 specifically. I like it more than I like Portra 400. I know that's blasphemy. Sue me. But yeah, this roll turned out great. There's a couple of really good shots in here that I'm really proud of and some stuff that I think will make the portfolio, as Jason would say. This next roll is kind of a mixed bag. It's a roll of Portra 400, which I shot in my Mamiya C330, just kind of around town. Jackie and I went to an event at LA Film Lab, met up with some friends there. We also met up with our friend Milo, you can see there in that photo. Some photos of us in Chinatown, of a very blurry portrait I took of her, which, yeah, always great. I really like this photo of this motorcycle. I took 2 photos of it. It's always kind of parked outside of Loop Espresso Club on Colorado and Eagle Rock. I think someone who works there, this might be their motorcycle, or it's just somebody who is always at Loop Espresso Club. It's a really cool bike and I always see it there, so I wanted to take a photo of it. And then the last couple of photos were just a couple of snaps of my cat and the front of our building, just kind of wrapping this roll up. Yeah, I think this roll is fine. It's not my best work. It's just kind of like snapping around the city. So yeah, nothing to write home about really. Nothing super duper interesting. This next roll is actually a roll that I put through my rolleiflex, the first roll I put through after I got it back from RJ's repairs. He did an amazing job going through this camera and making sure that the transport was working perfectly. There's no overlap, and that the just everything was working smooth. The shutter he rebuilt. And so I put a roll of Kentmere 100 through it. I love Kentmere. It's made by Ilford. It's a great film. And I'm really impressed with the results. I think he did an amazing job making sure that the lenses were collimated, making sure the transport was smooth, making sure the shutter was like working perfectly. And it actually feels like a new camera. And I usually would be shooting it, but Jackie loves that camera, so she is the one typically shooting that camera, which I can't blame her. It's excellent. And last but not least, I had just picked up another prism for my RB67. I hadn't had a prism on it for a while, so I got a new one, and I wanted to take the camera around the neighborhood with Jackie and just take some photos of my super hot girlfriend on a beautiful sunny day. I threw in a roll of Kodak Portra 160 NC that expired in like 2005. I have a couple of rolls of this in the freezer, and I really, really love the way it looks. And we just went out around the neighborhood to find some spots, take some photos, and as you can see, there are some pretty significant light leaks on a few of these frames, mostly in portrait orientation, which leads me to believe that there is a light leak on one side of the back. So I ordered some new seals for my motorized back. I, of course, sent them to the wrong address, so they are in Milwaukee right now, which is a bummer. I gotta reorder them. But yeah, other than that, I mean, this is kind of one reason why I really love the RB67. It's consistently an incredible camera. The lenses are just perfect. They render colors so beautifully. The subjects just pop out of the frame. It's just such an immersive camera. I can't say enough good things about it. I am the RB67 guy, like forever and ever. I will always be the guy that'll always talk about how good the RB67 is and how everyone should own at least one, because they're less than $500 for a kit sometimes. Like, everyone should have an RB67, in my opinion. It's a great camera. That's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching this video and taking this time with me to check out some work that I've been doing lately. Like I said, nothing super crazy, nothing impactful, no real plans, just kind of like shooting around town, kind of getting acclimated to living back in California, and I'm having a blast. Like I've always said, California, or living in California, is kind of a cheat code for photography. There's beautiful light everywhere, interesting architecture, and it's really hard to not just shoot in any direction and get a really cool image. So while I'm here, I need to make sure I take advantage of that beautiful light and the privilege that I have shooting in it. So thanks again for watching this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.
He shed his blood. He took the wrath that was meant for us on his body. He died for all of our sins, for your sin and my sin. If anyone will put his faith